This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. All right, so there's a lot of sucker stuff going on tonight. Let's get right into it. Nine Vicious. I don't even know what to call him. I've never heard of I've never heard of him before. I checked out some of his music. It is horrible. He's part of what's wrong with hip hop. All right. I'm sorry if you're a fan of his, but yeah, he's pretty bad, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Pretty bad, man. So he is performing. He takes up for YoungThug. He used to be signed to YSL, but he's since been released. He says, F rats, we still YSL. Oh, okay. What? Bro, I know you're talking about Tekashi here, and you're also talking about Gunna. Gunna has surpassed YoungThug's career at this point. Okay, he dropped 3 albums, going on 4, that are YoungThug's whole career. YoungThug gave us some great music. I don't hate YoungThug. I've seen YoungThug do a lot of good things for people. But there's 2 sides to YoungThug, and he is a dangerous person. Cross YoungThug, or he thinks you crossed him, and he has a miscommunication, things are going to be ugly. But if he thinks you're with him, or you've been with him since the beginning, he's going to take care of you. That's a dangerous kind of person. I'm going to be honest with you. He's very dangerous. Anyways, let's get into this. Big Bank, lost a lot of respect for him over the years. And it doesn't matter if I respect him or not, to be honest with you. Big Bank decided, and this tells you a lot about a lot of people. If they claim they're a street dude, and people from the street are always like, "Oh, money could never sway me. Money could never do this. I have morals and principles, the street code, and blah blah blah." Now Big Bank is the streets is a myth. F the streets. I'm a podcaster now. I'm glad I'm still here, and I'll do whatever it takes, but I'm going to still tout that line that I'm still a real guy. He's got a lot of people that love him, and that'll keep him going. And I don't hate Big Bank, but I'll call out what it is. First of all, he's been in the music industry for 20 years. Okay, he used to be a rapper. And he always says, that's industry stuff. He was a rapper, bro, and then he had a label after that, okay? He's super industry, okay? He got street cred. Cool. A lot of people got street cred, bro. A lot of people got street cred. Who cares? I never cared about that stuff. I did what I had to do. You got to shake hands with you got to shake hands with when I was doing music videos. It is what it is. I do favors for favors. You keep me safe, I'll do a favor, you know? I'll do a video for your artist. I'll do this. I used to do that, right? That's how you just do favors for favors. And that's how I didn't get hurt, right? I'm not talking about Big Bang. I'm talking about like way bigger people, right? But these people now, I'm not talking about the people I mess with. I'm talking about like people that have this street reputation. Well, they throw it all out the window now to be a podcaster and talk about everybody, right? He sits down with 21 Savage. He sits down with Rats too. He sits down with Tekashi. I think Tekashi's hilarious. I don't care. I think he did what he had to do. I think Tekashi is just a crazy person. I don't care, but these are people that say, I'll never sit down with a rat. I'll never do this. I'll never do this for money. Tekashi paid him to be there. Tekashi revealed he paid Big Bank to be there in this interview, and he says, that's true. He says, I never begged anybody to do an interview. He begged to do this interview publicly. He begged to do the 21 Savage interview. He begged to do the YoungThug interview. He said, yo, Phil, come on. You ask everybody to do your interviews. Come on, man. Like, what are we doing here? You know? The world is turning out to be so goofy. I mean, we saw Rick Ross earlier going, Drake, big homie. Then he tried to little homie him, though. Homie, I never wanted to see you lose. Bro, you went on a 2-year campaign against Drake, and the beef wasn't even with you. You took up for Kendrick Lamar in French Montana. You and French weren't even cool. You took Meek's side when he was beefing with French. What you talking about? What are you talking about, man? Ross just plays the cards how he does whatever he feels. And that's fine, but it's like, let's not act like he's a real dude. He's not. Rick Ross is going to do what's best for Rick Ross. Right after this sad mixtape you're going to do with French Montana, he's going to be back on the car show route, right? But he's trying to patch things up for French, because French wants to do a song with Drake and Max B. He wants to. I don't know if that's going to happen. Maybe it will. I've seen Drake do crazier things. Like, if Drake takes Rick Ross back as a friend or like an associate and Khaled and stuff, that's a bad move. They need you. You don't need them. We saw him do this with Meek Mill. He gave Meek Mill a song and then never messed with him again. Never messed with him again. That wasn't enough. I don't know. Anyways, in this interview too, Wack 100 calls out Big Bang basically, because Big Bang's one of those people that was like, "Oh, you know, you doing business with a rat." Talking to Wack 100 about Tekashi, and it's just like, now you're sitting down with him. It's stupid. It's so funny, bro. It's so funny how these people act, man. Like these street guys, you know? Like, they'll do anything for some paper right now. Anything. Oh, and I gotta mention that on before we get into this, when this T.I. thing came up, right? So Tekashi was destroying T.I. Yo, here's the snitch commercial, da-da-da-da-da. And they were like, oh, he didn't lock anybody up. No, he didn't have to. He inspired others to lock him up. What are you talking about? And T.I. did take the stand. But Big Bang doesn't want to get into the weeds of that. And this is where it goes wrong with podcasting and doing new stuff. If you're still friends with all the rappers and you're not willing to put those relationships on the line, it's never going to be honest. They're always going to give people the alley-oop, you know? So, let me see. How am I going to do this? Let me make sure this plays without an echo.
Let's walk this shit down. 5 years ago, when I get the call from Wack, 6ix9ine want to interview with you. You up for it? For sure. What the streets gonna think about you? Nigga, the streets. When I did it, y'all heard 21 Savage come on there and say, yo, Wack, that was lame. You interviewed 6ix9ine, everybody talking. When this Valley ninja kicked the door in, when this wolf chose his own path. And to this day, me and little bro, me and Daniel, 6ix9ine, whatever you want to call him, we straight, we tight, we solid. Now I look up, Big Bang's going there. I want to hear all y'all call him a lame, because there's no reason to talk to 6ix9ine. He ain't did nothing new but continue to grow and flourish in his career. It ain't been no new this or new this. The people still in jail. Mail murder out, ain't said nothing, did nothing, ain't gonna do nothing. Over there trying to figure out where he gonna get his next meal.
And Jim Jones ain't helping him. Let's be clear about that.
Listen, man, out there to the kids, what the streets is telling you to do, what you can do, what you can say, what you can't say. You do what you do. In the meantime, go to the App Store, hit nothing but content, go subscribe, and see what's really going on. 6ix9ine, good luck. And for the rest of y'all, the streets is a myth. Troy Ave verse. For those of y'all in Portland, catch us at the club tonight. We rocking the stage, Blueface, Fresh Out of Love tour.
Well, he did the same thing, but it is what it is. You know, it's like, it's just funny, man. It's funny how we're living in. It's just, this is what it is, bro. You know, this is just what it is now. So yeah, they blanked out. They didn't play the TI part. They made the audio go away because they didn't want to have to edit it out. So they acted like they had an audio issue. Convenient. Wack Winter says, I'm glad I've always been a wolf. When I kicked the door down in 2021 interview, little bro, they ridiculed me. Now they beg for the same man in interview that I told the world I'm going to do regardless. 21 Savage, Big Bank, lame for sitting down with Tekashi. Like you said about me, stay ahead of the curb, download and subscribe. Tronics. I think Tekashi had gotten in the comments too. I thought I took a picture of it. Maybe I didn't. He said, thanks, Big Bang, for having dinner with my family. And then he said something about him getting a check. Because, again, he paid Big Bang to do that interview. Meaning Big Bang needed to be flown down. Isn't that funny? It's crazy. It's crazy, bro. And then we got YoungThug playing himself again. YoungThug, you should make things good with Gunna and be a businessman. He says, Rich homie Dre, tell them he was about to take the stand on me the week he died. Since it's a lie, I still love him and wish he was here though. I know I wouldn't have walked past him sleeping on the floor. That's cold. That's cold. Because his brother thought he was just sleeping. And he didn't just walk past him. He pulled him up on the couch. But unfortunately, Rich homie Quan choked on his throw up. YoungThug's this is low. This is low. The man's gone. The family's sad still. And Thug, you're a cornball for this, bro. Super lame. Super lame, bro. It's actually disgusting, man. It's disgusting. And Big Bang gave him that softball interview. It was just... Didn't call him out for basically cooperating with the cops. Anyways, this is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button. I will check you guys in a few hours. Thank you so much for watching. Plenty more to talk about tomorrow. Peace.